Officer, I'm not resisting. Please, I'm cooperating. My hands are right here. I swear, look, I'm not fighting you. Okay, my right arm. Don't twist it. I'm not going anywhere. You got both. I'm not resisting.
Before we begin, make sure to subscribe, and drop a comment below telling us where you're watching from. The camera opens with shaky view of a convenience store's glass doors reflecting a bright Georgia afternoon. You can hear faint city noise, cars passing, kids laughing somewhere in the distance, and the buzz of a nearby traffic light. Then comes the sound of a tense voice. "Hey, you there, stop right there." The words cut through the calm. Everyone on the sidewalk turns to look. Standing in front of the store is Darius Hill, a 17-year-old high school senior, wearing a gray hoodie and backpack. He freezes mid-step, confused. "What? Me?" he asks, pointing to himself. From behind the camera, unseen, a man's voice answers, firm and sharp. "Yeah, you empty your pockets. Now." Darius blinks, shocked. "Sir, who even are you?" The voice replies, "Police. Off duty. You fit the description of someone who just ran out of the store without paying." People nearby start pulling out phones. A small crowd gathers. Darius looks scared but tries to stay calm. "Man, I didn't steal nothing. I just came to get a drink. You can check the cameras." The unseen man steps closer. The shadow of a badge flashes on his belt. Darius slowly raises his hands, voice trembling. "I'm not doing anything wrong." A woman in the crowd yells, "He's just a kid. Let him talk." But the voice insists, "Keep your hands up. Don't move." The camera shakes as Darius's chest rises and falls fast. His voice cracks. "You're not even in uniform. You can't just..." Suddenly, the store clerk, a middle-aged man named Mr. Patel, rushes out holding a receipt. "Officer, stop. This is the wrong person. He paid for everything." The tension snaps. The crowd erupts in murmurs. Darius drops his hands, tears in his eyes. The off-duty cop stands frozen, realizing his mistake as all the phones keep recording. Darius looks straight into one of the cameras and says quietly, "You see? This is what happens to us every day." The video cuts with the sound of the crowd's voices, half angry, half relieved, echoing through the sunny afternoon. By the next morning, the clip had already exploded online. A 17-second body cam style video, shaky and grainy, showing a teenage boy standing in front of a convenience store, hands raised, voice trembling, the words, "You see? This is what happens to us every day." That line hit people hard. Across TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, thousands of users share it with captions like, "Still happening in 2025. And when will it stop?" News outlets picked it up by noon. The headline read, "Off-duty officer mistakenly accuses teen. Video sparks outrage." Inside his small room, Darius scrolled through the comments, speechless. Some messages were comforting. "Proud of you for staying calm." Others were angry. "That cop needs to be fired." His mother, Janet Hill, came in quietly. "You okay, baby?" Darius nodded slowly. "It's just weird. Everyone's watching me now." She sat beside him, holding his hand. "You didn't do anything wrong. You stood your ground." Meanwhile, the officer, Detective Ryan Cole, was facing a storm. By afternoon, the police department released a statement saying the officer had been placed on administrative leave pending investigation. But the public wasn't buying it. People were showing up at the store, leaving flowers and signs that read, "Justice for Darius." The store owner, Mr. Patel, gave an interview. "That boy did nothing wrong. He was polite. He paid. I saw the receipt. The man just assumed." News crews parked across the street. Darius's classmates started calling him a hero, but he didn't feel like one. He told a reporter, "I just want people to know this happens more than you think." Later that evening, Darius and his mom watched the local news together. The anchor's voice said, "The viral video of a mistaken arrest in Atlanta is raising new questions about off-duty police conduct." Darius looked down. "They say my name now," he whispered. His mom smiled softly. "Good. Let them know who you are, not what they thought you were." Outside, a crowd gathered again, chanting peacefully, holding up their phones with flashlights. The sound was steady, powerful, Justice for Darius. Justice for Darius. And somewhere in the distance, Detective Cole watched from inside his car, face pale, phone in hand. His world was closing in. 3 days later, Atlanta woke up to something no one expected. The police department held a live press conference downtown. Reporters swarmed the steps, cameras flashing. Behind the podium stood the chief of police, stern, serious, with the city seal gleaming behind him. He cleared his throat. After reviewing the footage and witness statements, Officer Ryan Cole's actions were unjustified and reckless. Effective immediately, he has been terminated from duty. The crowd gasped. Microphones leaned closer. Furthermore, the chief continued, the department will issue a formal apology to Mr. Darius Hill and his family. What happened to him does not represent who we are or who we strive to be. That moment hit the internet like lightning. Across social media, clips of the press conference flooded timelines. People commented, "Finally, accountability. Justice for Darius. This is how change starts." Meanwhile, Darius sat quietly in his living room with his mom, watching it all unfold on TV. He didn't cheer. He didn't cry. He just exhaled, a deep, shaking breath that felt like the weight of the whole world leaving his chest. His mom looked at him. "You did it, baby. You didn't fight hate with hate. You showed the world the truth." Darius smiled faintly. "I just want to move on." Moments later, his phone buzzed. It was a message from his principal. "You made us proud, Darius. The community stand with you." Then came another, this time from a local law firm offering him an internship. Then a text from a civil rights group. "We want to meet you. You inspired more people than you realize." That night, Darius and his mom walked back to the same convenience store. The air was warm, calm, nothing like that chaotic day. The crowd was gone, but the handwritten signs were still there on the wall. "Stay strong. We see you. Justice won today." Darius touched one of them, whispering, "I just wanted to buy a drink." His mom smiled softly. "And you ended up changing lives." In another part of the city, Ryan Cole sat alone on his porch, staring at his old badge. He'd lost his job, his reputation, and the respect of his peers. But what stung the most was the silence. No one defended him. Not this time. The story had ended. But the message had just begun spreading. Teachers played it in classrooms, pastors mentioned it in sermons, and parents told their kids, when the world tests your peace, don't lose it, because truth speaks louder. The final frame of the story shows Darius looking straight into the camera, voice calm and steady. You don't have to be perfect to deserve respect. You just have to be human. The screen fades to black. And that's the story of how one teenager's calm courage exposed injustice and reminded the world what real strength looks like. Drop a comment below. What lesson did you take from this story? Like, share, and subscribe for more powerful real-life inspired stories every week.